Okay, this is GTC Africa on the PS2. It's quite an early game. It's by Rage, which I think went out of business not that much later after this game coming out. And it's one that I got really cheap for the PS2. I think, I'm just looking at the box now, it's 3 for a £5. It's a whole bunch that I bought, you know, fairly cheap when they were just getting rid of PS2 games in shops. And I'm a big fan of rallying games, and I've never heard of this one before, so I thought I'd give it a go. I don't think I've ever put this in the machine before. So I bought the World Rally Championship games and really loved those, and the Colin McRae ones, but I've still got a bunch of games that I haven't actually played. Oh, crashing. That's better. The screenshots on the box look a little bit muddy, and I'm wondering if it's like one of those early PS2 games where the textures all look really muddy brown and undefined. But this doesn't look too bad. It's... Oh. Ah! No! Go forward. Lap record? I find that hard to believe. Yeah, it's weird. It's a rallying game, but it feels more like rally sport. So you've got, I mean, clearly you've got tracks on it, and you're racing other cars. But I think for 2001, this looks quite good for a PS2 game. And I mean, the textures are a little bit muddy, but it's not that bad. And I suppose it's Africa, so you know, you're expecting kind of sand and that kind of thing. I've had a look around the map where you can select the single races, and you can go to Egypt and the Sahara and all that stuff, which is cool. Have I broken the car? I think it's dragging a bit to one side. I'm really not doing very well here. I'm trying to think how it handles. It crashes badly. It handles a little bit like, I suppose, Ridge Racer in a way, but without all the slidey stuff. So I suppose it's more like Ridge Racer Type 4, that kind of thing. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, I hate that drop. I like the sand that the cars are kicking up. Ow, shoot! Can I cut the corner? Yes! That sun's blinding. Yes! I think I've got one more lap after this, or maybe this is the last lap. Oh. It's weird when you swing the cars. Lap record. Where did I come? Second. Oh, that's not bad. Right, the previous track was in Cape Town, and this is in Risotto. I think that's how you pronounce it. I like that. The rev counter does the counting, which is quite cool. Yeah, this doesn't look too bad. In a way, it's reminded me a little bit of Sega Rally 2, just with a decent frame rate. Oh, although I think Sega Rally 2, the first track is in this area, maybe, I think so. My geography of some parts of the world isn't very good, so I'll just pretend it's the same place and sound knowledgeable. I should be driving on the road and not on the sides. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, when I was thinking of what this game drives like, I don't know why I didn't think of this. It drives like Sega Rally, like the original one. So you've got all the drifting, but you still feel in control a little bit. I managed to find out what GTC stands for by looking at the loading screen, because it tells you, and it's Grand Touring Challenge, which makes me think of Gran Turismo, but this is definitely not Gran Turismo. Oh. I don't know why I keep hitting the side. I do like PS2 games. They've got a certain charm. I mean, the screen resolution's terrible. I mean, it's less than a Dreamcast because it only renders like every other line. So that instead of being like 640 by 480, it's 640 by 240, and it just doubles every pixel vertically, which is why it's got this strange kind of blocky, flickery look to it. But for some reason, I think PS2 games... Whoa, you see that? I've done it again. PS2 games seem to age quite well. They've got a certain charm to them. Whereas I think Dreamcast games age, but slightly differently. The Dreamcast games look a little bit cleaner, and I think the earlier ones, particularly where you don't have that many very detailed textures, they seem to age quite well. And even games like Headhunter and Metropolis Street Racer do. But with the PS2 games, I think it's because the screen's low res, it almost gives it a timeless quality to it, which is weird. So I think they both do age, but just in slightly different ways. I think that's it. I can only do 2 tracks because it's the single race mode, and I haven't really played the game. So yeah, I think if you're looking for another PS2 racing game or rallying game and you've played everything, then this could be the one to go for. And it's, well, it was cheap. It's 3 for £5, which isn't exactly breaking the bank. And I think it's probably still a bargain basement game now. So yeah, if you're looking for a rally game and you've played everything else on the PS2, then this could be a one to try, and particularly if you're into your rally sport, Sega Rally style games, then yeah, it's pretty good. Thanks for watching.